Okay. All right, my name is Julia, and my background is in cognitive neuroscience. And in that field, we typically record some brain data, analyze it, and try to make some inferences about complex cognitive functions. So I'm particularly interested in perception of audio speech. So I'd like to know what's encoded in your brains as you listen to me talk. So to address this issue, in that project, we tried to model the brain responses to perceived speech using artificial neural networks. So as a good cognitive neuroscientist, I first went on and collected some data. So we had a pretty simple experiment where 15 subjects watched a short movie while their brain activity was recorded through one of those electrodes placed directly on their brain tissue. So this is something called electrocorticography. And if you'd like to know more about it, please come by my poster. I'll tell you all about it. It's number 4, the poster. So because I was interested in audio speech, the first thing I did was to extract the soundtrack from the movie. I don't know why I'm doing that, it's not working. So I extracted the soundtrack of the movie and some more complex transformations of the soundtrack, and essentially used it to model the brain responses associated with perception of this soundtrack. So science tells us that whenever possible, we should go for simpler models. So we started out with a baseline ridge linear regression model, where we just try to model the brain responses as a linear combination of the features. But of course, we're all very fascinated about the advances of deep learning. So our next step was to apply recurrent neural networks to the audio features in order to model the brain responses. And if any one of you is interested in those complicated equations, they're not really very complicated, please come see me at my poster. So as a result, we got a whole bunch of interesting plots. And here you see a graph of model performance. So we compared how different models, the baseline model and different configurations of recurrent neural networks related to each other in terms of model performance. We also could see the spatial distribution, so where in the brain the models perform significantly well. And we could also see how the predicted and observed responses matched each other in different electrodes. So again, if you'd like to know more about it, you know what to do. Come see me at my poster. It's number 4. Thanks.